Hola amigos, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Emma Bennet. I am a UK-based writer and I write contemporary romance in the occasional children's picture book. Thank you so much for joining me here today for another 3 hours of productivity sprints. I normally do 25-minute sprints, but I'm more than happy to mix that up if other people would like different times. That's completely fine. People work on whatever they like during these sprints. Some people are doing housework, some people are editing, answering emails, actually writing, reading, whatever. We're all just here to kind of keep you company and keep you accountable. And I love it when people share in the chat what they are working on. This is kind of the first day of the week for me because yesterday I went out with my husband. We went to Mumbles, which is a town kind of a little way down the coast from Swansea in Wales, and had a really, really nice time. And then we had like a date night and things. So I didn't get much work done yesterday. So the first thing that I'm going to do during our first sprint is kind of make a list of what I'm hoping to achieve today, but also for the rest of the week. I'm also going to finish my caramel rice cake, which is taunting me down in the corner here, but I don't want to eat it in front of you guys and not be able to speak for ages. So literally as soon as this sprint starts, I'm turning off the camera so that I can finish that. That's my plan. Right, let's have a look and see who is here today. The wonderful Shannon, as always. Thank you, Shannon. Dreaming Truth, how are you today? Have you started work already where you are? Linny Sprinkles is here. Hello. Loved the picture on Instagram of your printed out book. That is absolutely brilliant. I don't know if everybody's seen it. So if you want to stick a link to your Instagram for anybody who's been supporting you for ages, it feels like, and would love to see your happy face with your book. You just look so proud of yourself. So yeah, please do share that for anybody who hasn't seen it. Richard is here. Hello, Richard. I hope you're not going to cause any trouble. I'm not going to handle that today. And Laura is here. Hello, Laura. How are you? Everybody being lovely and saying hello to each other. Laura Gomez says Mumbles is the best name for a town. Yes, it's lovely. It's very posh. Very posh. There were 3 different like independent wine merchant shops in this one little place. I was like, I could live here. And we went to like a little art gallery. We had a nice coffee. And then we walked down. It's like a walkway along by the beach. And we walked along there to Verdi's, which is this really cool ice cream place. And I had banana ice cream, which is my favorite, but I can never find it anywhere. And nobody else in my family likes it. So there we go. Yeah, Richard's being a little bit rude, so we'll leave that one. Apparently there's a whole list of mildly rude UK town names. Lovely. Dreaming Truth said workday usually starts at 7:30 a.m. Ugh, but I'm taking a mental health day. That sounds nice. Laura Nettles is also here. So I'm going to get very confused with all the Lauras going around because my name's Laura. Don't mind me if I get confused and think people are speaking to me when they're saying Laura, Laura, Laura. Lenny says, I don't have a wrench, but you can find me under the same handle as on YouTube. How do you not have a wrench? I'll give you a wrench during the first sprint. I haven't got my phone with me now to do it. My husband's got it. But I'll steal my phone back from him and then I will give you a wrench. I can't believe you don't have a wrench. What did you do? Did you annoy me to take it away? I doubt it. I'm ignoring Richard's next message. Laura, don't encourage him. Okay. And Richard says, my name could be Laura for today. No, you're Cliff. We're sticking with Cliff for you. That's it. So I am going to be using my personalized timer today. None of you guys have got a personalized timer, you losers, made for me by the lovely SD. So let's get into this first sprint and then we can have some more chats afterwards. What's this? Oh, Richard's pot. That's a nice. Richard's put a link to Linny's channel, which is really nice, but that's not what we need. That's not what we need, Richard. We need his Instagram. Oh, see? There we go. SD read the assignments. There we go. Thank you. It was very cool. And Richard loves the timer because I know you are a cat fan. Cool. Okay, right. Let's get all productive and stuff, and then we'll have more chats. Don't worry. But I feel we need to get some stuff done. I need to finish eating my caramel rice cake thing. Like, it's taunting me so badly right now. Okay, let's be all productive in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. How did that first one go for you? What did you get done? What are you working on today? I've done a list for today anyway, but I haven't got further than that. But it is a pretty busy week, actually. I don't like busy weeks very much. I'm going to be starting the writing class that I'm running tomorrow morning, and I am now getting really, really nervous about it. So that's fun. That's going to be great fun. I'll probably be in a right state by tomorrow morning. I had a couple of books that I was speaking to you guys last week about what books I should get. So I got this arrived today, the Positive Trait Thesaurus, which is awesome. This is much thicker than the Emotional Thesaurus. They're all secondhand copies. It smells a bit perfumey, actually. That's kind of annoying. I want it to be perfumey. And I also today got self-editing for fiction writers, which I thought could be really, really handy. Yes, I got all secondhand copies because, you know, trees. But then what I do is I make sure that I leave a review of the book on Amazon and on Goodreads so that the authors do get something from me as well. SD is saying that she's been setting up some live streams. Are you streaming today, SD? Laura Gomez says 356 words. SD says Febreze the book. Oh, I don't use chemicals and stuff like that. I'll stick it outside in the garden for like an hour. That will clear it. That will clear it. Laura Gomez says, I really want more of those thesauruses. Thesauri? Thesauruses? That's what I'm going to be Googling, the plural of thesaurus in the next sprint. There we go. That's a pretty important thing to do. Right, so where were we actually in the chat? So Inca came in. Hello, Inca. Thank you so much for joining us. And Richard left, so it's all good. There we go. What a win. No, I don't mean it, Richard. I'm sorry. Sadly, I have to go on an errand. We'll see you later. Dreaming Truth says Tiny Shivers will be here May the 9th. That is Laura Nettles' new book. So Laura, if you're still there, if you want to stick a link to it in the chat, that would be absolutely great so that anybody who hasn't ordered it can do if they would like to. I wrenched Linny up, so he is now all powerful. And Linny pots a link to this little YouTuber who's doing sprints over on her channel. So make sure even if you just got a couple of minutes, just pop over and say hi, because it's really hard when you're first starting out. It's really scary. And apparently Chris, the lady who's streaming, has been streaming near daily since camp started. So yeah, show her some support. And Tamara's also streaming at the moment, so I popped a link to hers there. SD says, yes, streaming today, start in a little less than a half hour. Will you put the link for me? Or if you don't, then I'll just do it in the next sprint so that people can head over to check out yours as well. If they like be playing us off against the other, gotta love it, haven't you? Let me see. SD said, I didn't see her sprints pop up. Linny Snow updated the spreadsheet this morning. Oh, do you do the spreadsheet as well? SD, I thought it was Kat who did it, but do you do some of it as well now? I haven't heard of her channel before, so I subscribed and popped into her sprint. But yeah, I hadn't heard of her before either. Oh, SD says I'm one of a few. Aren't you good? Aren't you good? I bet people like me drive you absolutely bonkers who change their sprints around all the time. I'm doing this one earlier because Shannon and I are both on Hananya's channel later. Hananya is having her AuthorTube anniversary, and we are going to be there to celebrate with her, which is awesome. That's going to be so fun. So I wanted to make sure that I had some time in between my live sprints and her live, and then I'm doing that for an hour, and then I've got a 15-minute break, and then there's a charity. It's a mental health charity, and they interview different authors like once a month. I think it is on a Tuesday via Skype. for people to kind of ask questions and just interview an author. And they contacted me a little while ago to see if I would be interested in doing it. And I said, yes, of course, no problem. So I'm doing that this evening as well, which should be a bit different, a little bit exciting there. So yeah, I don't know what it's going to be like. What's really scary is that they haven't sent me the questions, because I said, is there anything that I need to prepare for this? And the lady who I was arranging it with said, no, nothing to prepare. We've just got a load of questions we're going to ask you. And I felt like saying, could you please send me the questions so that I have an idea of what I'm going to need to answer? But I'm sure they're just the regular questions that people like to ask. I'm probably worrying more than is necessary, which is something that I enjoy doing. So that's fun. That's just a fun thing for me to do there. Right. Okay. So let's get into our second sprint of the day. I really need to catch up on this week because it's getting away from me. So I need to get some stuff done. Although it is kind of nice not to be doing Camp Nano. I'm going to be honest with you. It's quite chilled. Right. So sleepy kitties, back again, please. Let's see. Will that one do it? There are lots of different options on StreamYard now for how to share your screen. It's a little bit sinister. There didn't used to be this many options. Oh, look at that one. That's quite fun, except the top of my forehead's cut off. So maybe not. Maybe we'll go for, what's that one like? Do we like that one? Yeah, we'll go with that one. Okay. That seems cool. Okay, let's be all productive and awesome again in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. There we go. That is our second sprint done. How did it go for you guys? I was working on the reader report that I'm doing for a manuscript sent to me by the Romantic Novelists Association. It's quite a long one, and I kind of just haven't been able to devote as much time to it as I was going to. I was hoping to finish it over the weekend, but that just didn't happen. So I've still got a bit more to do, reading through it and then actually writing the report. But it's quite a nice little job. So I'm quite happy. Got my blanket out. It smells lovely because it got washed yesterday, my blue one, because it smelled very doggy. I think one of the dogs had got hold of it and had a little lie on it. So it was a bit stinky the other evening. Right, there has been lots of lovely chats and people coming in. So let's see where we were. Right, here we go. Captain Penard came in. Good early morning, friends. Morning pages done. Still in bed, still dark out. You're such an early morning gal. And she says, so sneezy. Yeah, it's that time of year, isn't it? It's not fun. So SD, sorry, SD has just started her sprints. I did mean to go over actually before we finish the timer, but I will in a minute to say hi. So that is the link if you want to do a little bit of stream hopping with her. And SD was saying that Margaret did a live yesterday for her May of the Moderns kind of monthly bookish reading fun doodad. We were also joined by books by Adrian, who has ignored my existence, or at least pretended to, for months now, but has finally accepted that I'm here to stay. He says, woke up, kissed the wife and kiblets, brewed a mug of coffee, and now it's time to get some words in. Good morning, YouTube. Happy writing. And Eva says, the memo went out last week telling everyone who you were, so that makes sense. Yeah, totes. It's because I had SD on my channel, isn't it? That was last week, I think. Well, I was doing the sprints over the weekend with SD and Margaret and Andy. So there we go. Everybody's kind of accepted me here now. Books by Adrian says a stoner has one brain fart, just one, and gets ridiculed forever. So yeah, pretty much. Exciting news is that Eva has a cool new profile picture. Ginny popped in as well, jumping in to give you a like and say hi. Can't stay long. Have to head out to the real world job. And I was saying like, ugh, a real world job. But it turns out that Ginny works in a bakery as a decorator. So that's actually pretty cool. So yeah. And that would, yeah, completely like inspire me with romances. Of course, Joanne Lambo writes bakery romances, doesn't she? And used to run a bakery. Ginny was saying good morning to Adrian, and so happy for your book launch. Yes, Adrian, if people don't know, Adrian had a new book out the other day. So Adrian, if you're still here, if you want to pop a link in the comments. If you wrench, you might, oh, of course you're not wrenched up because you were ignoring my existence. But I shall, because I'm the better person here, I will give you a wrench and then you can pop a link if you like, for anybody who hasn't had a chance to check it out yet. And Eva, you weren't wrenched as well. Consider yourself wrenched, both of you. Apparently Richard is wrenched as well. I don't know how he got away with that. When did that happen? Oh yes, we were talking about real world jobs, and Eva says, I don't want to upset anyone who isn't aware, but all of this is the real world, which upset Ginny and I. And I was saying I want my blue pill, as in like the Matrix thing, but then I can never remember if it's the blue one or the red one. So I don't know. Eva says, I know people who work full-time and still have $0. I think it's okay for writers to say they write full-time while making $0. Fair enough. Ginny was saying that she's going to read Adrian's book soon, and she said she bought a copy, and she said, unlike some people, most of us had to buy his book to read it, not win it by being adorably pushy. Yeah, because I was lucky enough to win. Technically, I won like 3 or 4 copies because my name kept coming up on the wheel of choice thing, which was really, really funny. But I won a copy, so I'm really looking forward to that coming. And Ginny had to go to get ready for work. Adrian said, I'm working on figuring out how my print to order book is showing as out of stock on Amazon. Yeah, that's so weird. That is so weird. I was just wondering if there was something that I could see now for you. To check if it still is, because on the UK yesterday, when I was looking, it was definitely showing as out of stock for the paperback. I could only order the ebook. So I hope that you get that sorted soon. Inka says, we worked a newspaper automation, that sprint. Cool, very good. I really need to get on that newsletter thing. I always think I haven't got anything to say, so I don't do the newsletter. And then I haven't even done one to say that I got a new publishing contract. What is up with me? I don't know. Useless. Laura Gomez says, I just gave my MC a cat. Good. The timer has seeped into my brain. My editor, though, was saying, dogs. Dogs are more popular than cats in books, apparently. Dogs are big. She was saying to me, more dogs. Just add in more dogs. Adrian says, throw his arms in the air. I know who you are, Emma. I know you do now. Yeah, that's great. I'm glad that we have this now. Yeah, Richard is back. Errand has been run. Oh, Richard, you are being really, really helpful today. He's just put a link to Adrian's book launch party with Barrett Laurie, which is today, 10:30 p.m. I should be able to catch that, actually. I was just trying to think, because I don't think that charity thing that I'm doing is going to take too long. I should be done with that way before then. So that's cool. And that is a link to Adrian's book, Mythic Shadow of the Spark. So thank you, Eva. Oh, and that was very kind of Eva, but Adrian has a swanky link. Emma basically won all the copy show I did. It was amazing. It was the best moment of my life. And Martin was the wrong champion, as he was no use to me at all. But he did try to give you the book, in fairness. Eva says, Barrett has a channel. Yeah, Barrett has a channel. He does all the tube karaoke with Margaret. They swap it between them each month. Yeah, he's definitely got a channel. Go and check it out. Go and subscribe. Then he says, I'm still here. Just got to focus on one stream at a time since I have a migraine again. Oh, no, sweetheart. I'm so sorry. That is rubbish. Richard has put a link to his newsletter. Yeah, I subscribed to it recently, and it's really good. It's not that I'm surprised. It's that it's really, really, really good. It's probably one of the best author newsletters I've ever seen. There are so many cool links and things. It's awesome. I couldn't do something like that. So I just thought it was awesome. It's really good. Sign up to Richard's newsletter. Just do it. Eva said, I had hoped I wouldn't be the only one to chuckle at my banner. Well, where's your banner on your channel? I haven't checked it out. I'll check it out in the next thing. Laura Gomez says, maybe llamas will be the next best thing. Is there a llama on? I'm so confused. Eva says, I was actually surprised early on regarding Richard's newsletter. Why were you surprised? I don't know. Okay. And Dreaming Truth said, what is Barrett's link? I will pop the link. Let me start another sprint, and I will find links and find what just Eva's talking about with llamas, and I'll deal with everything. Don't worry. Don't worry about anything. You just do some writing. Okay, and I'll sort it all out. Okay, don't worry, Em's on the case. Let's go and be awesome in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. There we go. How did that sprint go for you guys? I think I read about 20 pages, something like that, of the manuscript time doing the report on, so that was cool. As well as dealing with the chat bot. This is my son in the chat. Right, where were we? We were talking about newsletters, I remember. And I didn't know that Eva had like a YouTube channel, although I don't think that you have anything on there for the public, do you? But are you going to? That's a link anyway, if anybody would like to subscribe. And she has a very funny banner on there. Hananya popped in. I mentioned earlier that I'm going to be over on Hananya's channel in a few hours for her AuthorTube anniversary video. So I'm really looking forward to that. And Eva was saying she's basically famous now. Adrian was saying, I'm so famous, my print to order book is out of stock. That's fame. Yeah, they just can't keep up with it. And Eva was saying, I was watching a stream last night, Glory Writes the Blues. Yeah, I caught some of that one. And they were talking about how shorts do not have to be related to long form content and can be literally anything. Yeah, sometimes I do a random one. Sometimes I link it to like a video that I've done or whatever. Yeah, so here's the link to the live on Hananya's channel, and Shannon and I are going to be over there. Then my son came along to troll me. He does love cats, it has to be said. Hananya is trying to watch 2 streams at the same time. I feel that SD might have you though, because she's got a dragon timer on. And she's making apple pie. I'd love some apple pie. I was saying, could I come and get some? But I do think it would probably take too long. Oh, Rachel is here. Hello, Rachel. Sorry, I didn't say hello. Stream Hoppers United, making it around to the streams. That's so kind. Thank you. Yeah, Henry's supposed to be cleaning his room, so he's thought. So Eva was telling him not to incriminate himself by putting any more messages. And I was joking that I would take a private jet to go and see Hananya. Don't worry, Margaret. I barely use my private jet. Okay, I'm really, really, really careful about when I use it. Yeah, only for true emergency situations. And she didn't say she had ice cream to go with the apple pie, so it's not an emergency situation. So don't worry. The Lena Norm's video, is that, because I quickly looked up her channel, was that the one about King Charles and like whether he's a good guy or not? Oh, apparently Eva's child came to see the cats as well. Yeah, they are very cute cats, and that time is all mine. Only I have the link, it's mine. Eva also told him to go away. Yeah, it's fair enough, isn't it? Poor Margaret had to get out of bed, groans in old. Isn't it? Okay, right. Since over the age of 40, okay, I'm fine. I don't have aches and pains getting out of bed as long as I've done like some stretching or some yoga or something the day before. If I don't do that, if I forget for like a couple of days or just don't fit it in, then there's the aches and pains in the morning. Yeah, freedom of speech discussion. Thanks to Henry. Thanks for that. Really cool. Apparently, you guys have free reign on my channel to say what you like, which is fun. Something I didn't know, but great. Richard says, I was reading. What did I miss? What are you reading? I got in the post today for myself. I got the 12-week year, which I am really looking forward to getting stuck into this evening because I've heard really good things about that book. I started a book last night, and I'm not going to say what book it was because I never badmouth other authors, But let's just say I read 2 pages and then threw it across the room, and I was like, I'm not reading this. Eva says, I put words on the bottom of a short and realise now that when it's public, it'll be hard to read because of all the rubbish they put along the bottom, not fixing it. Oh, that's frustrating. Yeah, that is frustrating. Eva says that sums up the content coming to my channel. Okay, cool. Well, I'm still looking forward to it. Is Emma thinking about Henry Cavell again? No, different Henry. Yeah, and SD has put the link again for Hanania's 1-year anniversary. Richard is saying American Pie. I'm thinking of the film, aren't I? Apple pie is very American. I approve. But Hanania says, shush. I know I can pass as American, but shush. Shannon's link isn't working apparently. My one should though. I put it like a little further up, so maybe just find that one. Joanne wants some apple pie as well. I don't know if there's going to be enough to go around, frankly, so you might have to see. Richard says, what's this about the king? Private helicopters and things, I think. Yeah. Richard says, as long as it wasn't price war by me that got yeeted. Richard, you're so subtle. You are so subtle. Sako says, drops a like while sprinting on her own stream. Oh, hi, Sako. I didn't know that you were sprinting. If you're still here, pop a link in the chat. If you don't have a chance to, then I will do it in the next sprint because I'm not very good at doing several things at once. Actually, nobody is. It's been proven. Multitasking is not possible. Hanania says, I made 2 Emma Bennet, so all good. Come on over. That is good of you. I hope they're absolutely delicious. I love making apple pies, but apple crumbles are my favorite. Apple crumble with custard is just so delicious. Or rhubarb crumble. Oh, Richard, you're being so helpful today. Thank you. I take back so many of the mean things that I've said about you. Not all of them, but so many of them. Thank you. I appreciate it. And so does Sako. Yeah, I'll come and say hello in the next sprint. Spread the love, people. Spread the love. Richard says, love a bit of crumble. Yeah, I don't know. I'm thinking our rhubarb doesn't seem to be doing very much in the garden this year. I really haven't had a lot of time for gardening. But usually the rhubarb it kind of takes care of itself. But it doesn't seem to have this year. So I'm hoping that it's not dead because rhubarb crumble is delicious. I may have to get some new rhubarb plants. Inca says rhubarb crumble with custard is my absolute fave. I know. Actually, with pudding, sticky toffee pudding is my favorite. I love sticky toffee pudding. What do we think about strudel, says Richard. We really like strudel. Yeah, apple strudel and ice cream. So good. And the great thing about strudel is that the supermarket frozen ones are actually pretty good. And they're like £1. Actually, with all the price increases, they're probably more than that now. But they used to be like £1 for a really big strudel. You know, delicious. Sticky toffee pudding, and they're not 3 more beautiful words. I know, it's just amazing. Except afterwards, you do feel kind of a bit sick and gross. But it's kind of worth it. Maybe not completely worth it. And yes, the frozen strudel. Yeah, I don't think like a lot of pies and things, I don't think they're very good frozen, but for some reason, strudel just works really, really well. And you just stick it in and then like half an hour later, you have a delicious dessert. What's not to love, I say? What is not to love? Where's my throat all husky? What's going on? Inga says, drooling like Homer Simpson over here. Yeah, I know. I don't think I ate enough for lunch, actually, because I'm like, yeah, I really, really want strudel now. Really want strudel. I've never had like peach cobbler or any cobbler. It's generally peach cobbler. Are there other cobblers? Plum cobbler? Yeah, I've never had a cobbler. Maybe I shall have to make one and see what I think of it and report back to you all. That could be a thing. That sounds like a fun thing to do. Richard, I was talking to Panda last night, I think it was, and we were saying about him coming and meeting up with you next time he comes to London, and I've invited myself. Yay! Isn't that the best? I'm going to be there too. Are you excited? I am. It's going to be so cool. Okay, right. Let's do some sprinting. We are going to be all awesome and productive in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Hello, hello, hello. Today is going so quickly. I can't believe that we've been here for like nearly 2.25 hours. Maybe it's because I did so much streaming on Saturday. So now just 3 hours. It's like nothing. It just flies by, I say. Yeah, so I think I'm pretty near the end of this manuscript that I'm going through. So that's cool. It'd be nice to be working on some of my own stuff, actually. So I think the rest of today I'm going to spend just kind of getting organized, finishing off this manuscript, working out everything else for the rest of the week. And then tomorrow I've got the writing class. I shouldn't have reminded myself about that. That's the worst. But I'll be starting on my beta reader comments. So that should be cool. But what did you guys get up to? How are you doing? Let's have a look in the chat and see. So we were talking about puddings, which was amazing with cobblers and things. Oh, I didn't see this. Laura Gomez said, I finally had pumpkin pie recently. I have never had pumpkin pie, but would like to. I know sometimes you can get because it's tinned pumpkin you use, and I have seen it here, but I haven't been brave enough to do it yet. Eva had to scarper, which was very sad. And I forgot to say, I did look up what the plural of thesaurus is, and it is thesauruses. That's like the most popular one, but it can also be thesauri. I definitely prefer thesauri. I think that's a fantastic word. And Laura Gomez is going to be using thesauri in future, and it may even get added to Richard Holiday's list of good words, which I will have to go and check out at some point and see if I agree with all of them. Rachel said, got the hub's breakfast. He's on a conference call, and some coffee for this next round of updates. Awesome. Good work. Laura Gomez's favorite word is haberdashery, which is a pretty good one. I like milliner, I was saying. I like the way it sounds when you say it, milliner. I love it. And Richard is just the expert here. You know, I consider myself bamboozled by the number of awesome words that he has just come up with. Although then he did wonder if crevice should go in good or bad. So it depends what kind of crevice, maybe. Although Laura Gomez is sure that it's bad. Maybe it is. And I was asking what are other bad words? Moist, obviously. And Laura Gomez pointed out you don't want a moist crevice. So lovely. I'm glad to see where the chat's descended to. Fantastic. And Richard's bad words are moist, enema, gusset, chinwag, and crevice. Yeah, fair enough. Laura Gomez says, crevice makes me think of creepy things hiding in it. Are things heating up, Elma? No, man, I've still got my blanket on. Oh, yes, please. Okay, I can take the heat. Tara Dion says, quick hello, I'm in the middle of exam week, so I have to get to sleep at 6. Oh, good luck with your exams. I hope that they go really, really well. Rachel says, distributing the next portion of the novel to the alpha readers. Awesome. Laura Gomez, yeah, she used tin pumpkin. Oh, you made it yourself? Awesome, well done. Was it hard or was it easy? Did you have cinnamon in it? Is it cinnamon was traditional? Joanne also needs to know details about this. Inka got some beta reading done. Nice. Laura Gomez says it didn't taste much like pumpkin, which is possibly a good thing, yeah, but delicious. Cool. Richard said, for once I went to the high road when it comes to Laura Gomez's crevice. We appreciate that and we're proud of you. So proud of you. Yeah, really. I've got one of my sons is laughing here because he's in here on the other side of the screen. I've been surrounded by them today, being very supportive. Maybe not. Maybe not. Right, so we are just going to have one final sprint for the day. How are we on the final sprint? This is crazy. Laura said, easy to make, but I probably found a super simple recipe. Maybe it is one of those things that's simple. But what I find, like, because I like, there's lots of American things that I think could be really fun to cook, but whenever I look up actual US recipes, it's always like one packet of yellow cake mix, one packet of red cake mix, and a tub of this like Betty Crocker icing or something, and then 14 sticks of butter, and add some extra sugar or something. Like that's not a recipe to my mind. Okay, fair enough, Richard. Fair enough. We'll get on with it. Apparently, I've been chatting for too long. The boss has given me a warning. Okay, guys, let's behave then. Richard wants us to sprint and to get rid of me. Okay, let's be all productive again in 3 and 2 and 1. Let's go. that was our final sprint. How did it go for you guys? Paris is outside sunbathing and he was just having a bark, so do ignore him if he starts up again. There's a little dog a few houses away that likes to have a good old bark, and Paris takes again it and I think barks back to try to get him to be quiet or something. I don't know. Yeah, so what were you up to? How did it go for you? We were talking about making American recipes before we went on the sprint. Richard was saying Americans measure everything in cups, which is most confusing. Pounds and ounces is bad enough. Yeah, pounds and ounces is really, really annoying. My mother-in-law still uses pounds and ounces. So if she gives me a recipe or something to do, it's in pounds and ounces. It's like, oh. But cups are okay because I've got like the measuring cups all measured out. So that's kind of fun. I kind of like the cups thing. And Linny Sprinkles is back. Linny, how are you doing today? Now, is your migraine getting better? And what are you working on? Are you reading through your printed out book, looking all swanky with its lovely cover and everything? I did warn Linny, though, that things had descended here to moist crevices, like just in case they wanted to disappear again. Rachel was going into lurking mode. Linny said, had breakfast and got distracted by social media. I've been up since 4 a.m. and editing since. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, 4 a.m. That is not pretty. Have I ever got up at 4 a.m. for anything? I don't think I have. Not even for a flight. I don't think I've ever done 4 a.m. I love my bed. Richard says, up 2,130 words for the day. Nice. What a champion. That's amazing. Fantastic. 1,100 of those this stream. I feel I'm at least partially responsible. Americans. So sorry, Americans, says Eva, use grams too. Do they? Yeah, they do actually. Richard was saying aiming to write one whole chapter today, so I think I'll get that done this evening. And Eva says with like drugs, the prescribed sort and otherwise. That's weird. Okay, here we go. And graham crackers. Very good, Richard. Very good. What you doing, Hector? Hector's up to no good, I think. Actually, no, Hector's my good boy. He's never up to no good. Linny says, the migraine hasn't eased up any despite taking meds for it. I've been making edits in my paperback. Linny, don't overdo it. Yeah. And Inca says, I don't know if you've kept an eye on Shannon's stream, but my American critique partner just threatened to do my audiobook as a Catherine Tate character. Am I bothered? Oh dear. Oh dear. No, I haven't. My Wi-Fi isn't good enough to kind of be on to at the same time, unfortunately. Which is a shame because I'd like to be enjoying Shannon's stream as well. And then he says, I love sleeping, but always wake up at 4 a.m. because my pets demand breakfast and outside time. Oh, my goodness. No. No, 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 no. My kids learnt from a very early age that mummy is not nearly as nice at 5 a.m. as she is at 8 a.m. Laura says, do you ever get Hector and Henry's names mixed up? No, but I do the thing that one of my grannies used to do, which is like just go through people's names because she had 6 kids. You just kind of go through their names until you hit on the right one. So yeah, I will kind of rotate through their names and then stop at the right one for whoever is like in trouble. And I do full name them if they're in trouble as well. But Hector's never in trouble, but Paris sometimes is. So he gets full named. Hector's full name is Hector Thorin Owenson, but he hardly ever gets full named. Emma says, if I gave in to these migraines, I'd never get anything done. Yeah, I get that. Laura Gomez says, I was called the cat's name often and they weren't even similar. Yeah, it's like it's a mum thing. What can I say? There's a lot of names for us to remember. We get confused. Eva says, but once it gets to ounce, we ditch grams, I think. Oh, okay. Fair enough. So grams are just for the little things that you can't, like, that are smaller than ounces. I get it. And Eva says, yes, Emma, I do that too with pets too. Yeah. Yeah. I don't think Paris knows his name, though. He's that thick. He probably wouldn't come if I called. Let me see. Paris! Paris! No, I don't think he knows it. He's a bit of an asshole anyway, so maybe he's just enjoying the sun or causing mischief and ignoring me. But nothing. Yeah. So if I call Hector, he'll come running. But I won't because he's so cute if he's sunbathing as well. Now he's gone out to join his brother. I don't want to disturb him. He's my angel. Right. Okay, guys. So I am going to finish this up for today and I am going to go and cook an early supper because of being on Hanania's stream and then doing this charity thing. So is Harris the dog? It's Paris, like Hector and Paris, like the Trojan War. Yeah. Hector was the prince and then his home was destroyed by his brother coming back. Yeah. Hector and Paris. Honestly. I have lots of sons. I have 4 sons. No problem. Yeah. So I'm not doing any sprints tomorrow because I'm just stressing so much about doing this writing class, to be honest. But I will be back on Thursday and Friday. And then I'm also going to be doing some sprints on Saturday, which I don't usually do, but I thought that could be fun. And the ones on Saturday are going to be on from 3 till 6 p.m. BST. So if anybody wants to come and co-host with me on Saturday, if it's easier for people because they're not working, then just like ping me a message or whatever. Because, yeah, that could be fun. I like to have co-hosts. It's all good. There we go. Okay, yeah, and everybody's saying thank you and bye. And poor Paris, yeah, poor Paris. He's a bit broken, but we love him. Thanks, yeah. And Hanania says, see you later. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. And it'll be good because I will have had my supper, so I'll be full, so I won't be grumpy. Yay. No one likes a grumpy Emma because she's hungry. Richard's going to be a bit busy on Saturday. As Laura points out, are you the king? It's not you being coronated, mate. Then he says, I'll be there on Saturday. It's exciting to see someone stream on my birthday. Oh, birthday edition. Linny birthday edition. Okay, guys, I'm going to go and make some food. Yeah, Richard, you're not being crowned on Saturday in case you thought that you were. Okay, I will catch you guys very soon. Make sure you boop the like button if you haven't already and subscribe to my channel if you're not, because I'd really like it if you did. Thank you. And I will catch you very soon. Bye.